Howdy Polaris owners. I'm going to talk about saving you guys some money doing your own work on your ATV. I have an ATV for snow removal, mostly use a little bit for hunting as well. And as you know, when you operate these things, this is your transmission selector. High, low, neutral, reverse, and park. Rod goes from here all the way back underneath and comes out to this spot right here. Here's the end of the rod, right here. It comes down and connects onto this linkage here. And right here, this is a rotary switch. Now watch, I'll move the lever. You can see everything turning there, right? Let me get closer. Sorry about that. Watch this rotate here. This spins. Now, that's just a plastic rotary switch that sits on there, and that sends a signal up to your control module so it knows what gear you're in. And it's just plastic, and it's right in the back tire area here. Rocks and mud can get in there, and the plastic can deteriorate from years of use and getting wet and dry and whatever sitting outside, maybe in the sun. That plastic housing on that switch can deteriorate and break. The material gets inside the switch doesn't want to work. It's the transmission will still work, but it may not show what gear you're in properly on the display here. So there's your display: park, neutral, high, low, range, right? The tranny will still move. You can feel what gear you're in over here with the lever. But I found was happening when I had my transmission set to the transfer box up to 4-wheel drive. They call it all-wheel drive here. And what would happen, there's your 4-wheel drive signal, it's on. When the switch was acting up, it would accidentally think the transmission went into neutral. See what happened when I went into neutral? The 4-wheel drive light goes out. As soon as I put it back in gear, the 4-wheel drive light is on, I go to neutral, boom, the transmission goes out. So when that switch is acting up, it keeps disengaging your 4-wheel drive. And it's a pain in the butt. You gotta keep turning it back on. Now when you're clearing snow, you need 4-wheel drive, right? So I troubleshot the switch. Well, really, I just kind of looked at it and went, yeah, this is screwed. So I went looking for a new switch. And initially I phoned the Polaris dealer, local Polaris dealer, and I was shocked to learn that this is my old one here that I removed. Would have been $270, I think, Canadian, which is probably $200 American, plus tax by the time it got here. So I turned to eBay and I searched out a used switch. And I found this fellow here in Canada for my Canadian followers. I'm in Canada, so it was convenient. He had a used switch for me. He charged me $50 for the used switch, $20 for shipping, little tax I guess I had to pay. Total bill was 74 Canadian, which is, call it almost $60 American. So I was happy with that. Got a good used one. Plus, Ryan's ATV, I don't know the guy, but he sent me a decal for my toolbox too. So there you go. A little plug for Ryan's ATV. Don't know him. I don't owe him anything. He's not paying me, but you know what? I like to recognize good service. Let's go inside that switch. It's just plastic. I just pried it open. Cover, which is broken. This little centerpiece here rotates. It's almost like a distributor rotor on an old distributor. It's exactly pretty much how it works. It sits on the transmission shaft and it spins and it sends a signal and it knows what gear the transmission is in. It's your hookup switch. That is indexed with a flat spot there. You can see how it's squared off on this side. Can only go on the transmission shift lever there one way. ITW, they must make it for Polaris. Find a used one, replace it, look after it, keep an eye on it, and there you go. Do yourself a favor, fix your own stuff. So there you go. You can do it yourself if you like. Not a hard job. Save a few bucks. Get your 4x4 working again. Simple tools. I basically used a small punch just to knock the E-clip off there and then push it back on and plug in a new switch. That was it. If you like the video, please subscribe. I'll just keep uploading videos that I enjoy making here and helping folks out, saving $1 or $2. It's fun. Have a good one.